Okay, so I am at Tayrona National Park, and this park closes for a month every year for maintenance, for cleaning, and to let the indigenous people do their ceremonies in peace, and it closes tomorrow for a month. So this is the last day I can come here, but apparently I'm not the only person that had the idea. Come today. There's a big long line to get a ticket. Okay, so I've got my ticket and I'm going to take a colectivo into the park. It was kind of expensive. It's like $22 for an entrance fee. You can probably hear by my voice, like, this isn't really exciting me. I feel like I'm doing this just because everybody said I should. I'm not a big hiker, and we'll just see. I'm sure it'll be better than I feel like it's going to be, but to pay $22 and take a van to go hike on a trail for, I don't know, however long, I'm sure it'll be better, better than it sounds in my mind at the moment. But sometimes, you know, you just have to do things because you're here. Okay, so I paid $22 to get into the park, and then I had to pay more to take this van. It's like, wow, man, this place is like taking money left and right. I think by the end of the day, just to go on a little hike, it's going to cost me probably 30 bucks. But at least they had room in this van. Just a small minivan here. Okay, so these gals, I spoke to them earlier. They said there wasn't a mirador, but there is. They went the wrong way. Apparently there are a few caminos. So good. Okay, so this is blocked. I guess you just walk behind it. That's a little confusing now. Kind of makes you feel like you're not supposed to go this way when it's blocked like that. So I'm going to follow this to the left and see if that takes us to the mirador. Okay, beware of alligators. Oh, I have two options here. Ruta A, just to the beach, and Ruta B, which I don't know, I can't tell what that is supposed to be. Looks like an egg, a cat, like a cat person holding an egg. Huh. I don't know, does that look like it's a mirador? Well, we'll try it. I don't think going to the beach would be the way to the mirador. I think we want to be above the beach. So here's the steps up to the mirador, and this must be what the signs had. It looked like, on the signs it looked like somebody holding an egg, but I think this is the rock that the signs were portraying. All right, let's go up and check out the mirador. Yeah, I tell you, I am not a hiker. Well, this is a pretty nice view, isn't it? The lookout of the stars. And there's a river that comes into the ocean here. It's quite nice. There's alligators in this water too. Yeah, it's beautiful. I love the light, the sun on the water. Okay, so here's a sign. So it looks like it's 3.2 kilometers. It'll take about 50 minutes, and the difficulty grade is low. Seems like something I can handle. So one of the attractions of this park is you can camp, and a lot of people spend the night in this park, and they offer hammocks for you to sleep in. And everybody that I spoke to at the hostel that had spent the night here said it was not comfortable. Like sleeping in a hammock, or at least these particular hammocks, they did not get a good night's sleep. They said that their backs were really hurting in the morning. But it's like a thing that people do here. Like it's really famous for spending the night in this park. But I've never slept in a hammock. I have a friend who sleeps in a hammock regularly, and she loves it. But there must be a trick to it to get a good night's sleep. So these are some of the animals that we can expect to see. Miko. Looks like some kind of a lizard. Miko. And Pauhil. Looks interesting. That'd be fun to see them. All right, so I walked on this trail for pretty close to an hour, and I met some people that were coming from the beach, and I asked them how much further, and they said probably close to an hour. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be 2 hours there and 2 hours back. That is just way too much for me. You know, I have an injury that I suffered on my last bike tour in Mexico. Like this was like last March or April, and I'm still having trouble with it. And it's the weirdest injury because it moves all the time. Like for a number of months it was on my upper thigh, but it was on the side, and it made climbing stairs very, very hard. It has moved all over my thigh. Now it's in the big muscle in the middle, and you know, it's been going on for so long. It's possible I've done permanent damage. I like to feel hopeful that because it's still moving around that maybe it's healing, but it makes hiking very, very hard, and I was never a good hiker to begin with. But you know, my leg gets stiff a lot easier, and it becomes harder to lift my leg. And so, you know, doing a 4-hour hike is just too much. And so the women that I met coming back from the beach, they showed me photos of the beach, and you know, and it's lovely, but there's a ton of people. And as I've been walking to the beach, I've passed a lot of people have passed me carrying cases of beer, and they've had loud music going. And so I asked her if, you know, was there music at the beach? And she said, oh yeah, mucha música. And I thought, you know what, that just isn't what I was looking for at all. I was kind of hoping for, you know, a nice peaceful hike, and then I would get to the ocean and, you know, be able to have a peaceful time and take in nature's beauty. But I really think that this beach is more for people to get together and drink and party and, you know, just have fun with their friends. And so I've turned around and I'm going to walk back. find a colectivo and head back to the hotel. So yeah, kind of an interesting experience here. So yeah, it's a lot of people here. I was kind of hoping to see animals, but with this many people. Hombre de dinero.
Que le vaya muy bien.
Gracias.
Hasta luego.
Yeah, so that was an interesting experience, and I kind of feel like, you know, on this one, I probably should have listened to my gut. You know, I wasn't all that enthralled with coming here. I kind of felt like it was one of those things people do because everybody does it, and it kind of turned out to be that kind of experience where, you know, it's just a ton of walking, and you just don't get a lot of reward for it. It was just a little bit much for me, the whole thing, and it was also very expensive. It's like $25, which you know, just to go for a two-hour hike is kind of expensive. Oh yeah, and you know, I was talking about my my leg, and you know, it's funny. I don't feel the stiffness when I'm riding. It's only when I'm walking. Go figure. So now I'm going to go out to the road and get another colectivo back to my hotel. As of this morning, they were full, so I need to find another hotel.